Hello everyone and welcome to Guwahati Meetup. Today we are discussing about Anypoint code builders, the latest features, the async API aspect of both Studio and Code Builder, and the Einstein AI aspects of Code Builder. So before we start, some safe harbor statement. Next slide, please, Shyam. So both the speaker and the host are organizing this meetup in individual capacity only. We are not representing our companies here. This presentation is strictly for learning purpose only. Organizer or presenter do not hold any responsibility that same solution will work for your business requirement. This presentation is not meant for any promotion. So the recording will be shared with you within 24 hours in the meetup page. You already have the mic access, so if you have any question, please feel free to unmute, or maybe you can put it on chat. We will try to answer as much as question we can. If not, we will surely try to reach out to you or find some answer to that. Once you get the uh, once the meetup is done, you will get a feedback form. So I will request you to put that up, put your suggestions, any meetup you want next, and we'll try to come up with those meetups. We'll try to change if you have any suggestion. Okay, please do that. And I have already shared in the chat the links where you can get the recording of the pages. You can follow Guwahati Meetup chapter, so that if any new things or any past event you want to see, you can do with that. Uh, Coming to me, I'm the organizer and speaker for today's meetup. So my name is Abhishek Baswal. I'm working in UFLS as a principal developer. I'm a MuleSoft ambassador. I'm a regional leader for India Meetup. I'm a frequent speaker. I'm Guwahati and Lucknow Meetup leader. I have 9+ years of experience and 7+ in MuleSoft. I'm certified developer and architect. I'm MuleSoft industry and GTM champion as well. I'm a Salesforce double star ranger rank. I have certification in Salesforce, Solace, Talboomi, GCP. I write blogs, create technical videos. I post that in a YouTube channel, which I have for posting all these links, which is developer guide. I also own a patent for developing a portable washing machine. So that's all about me. And we have Rajiv and Shyam as a co-speaker for this meetup. First of all, thank you so much, guys, for coming up, taking the podium, and making me fortunate to be here and discussing the topic today. So over to you, Rajiv. Would you like to introduce yourself, please?
So hello, good morning everyone. So I am currently as a MuleSoft mentor, and when I start about my experience, so I am born and brought up into the integration world. So I started my career into the TIPCO and slightly landed into the having the 1 decade of experience into the TIPCO, landed into the Bhumi. Okay, and since last 3 years, I am fortunate enough to get the opportunity to working into the MuleSoft, and I'm just making a pace into the MuleSoft world. Okay, I used to also write technical blogs. Okay, and along with that, I also used to take the event-driven architectures. Okay, currently working into the Brilio as an architect. Okay, and I'm looking more into the learn and share my experience of the integration with all audience. Thank you, Abhishek.
Thank you so much, Rajiv. And I like that part you said, born and brought up in integration. That was great. Thank you. Over to you, Shyam, and all's yours.
Yeah, thank you, Abhishek. So myself, Shyamlal Prasad, and I'm working as engineering leader at Tricon Infotech, and I'm having total more than 14 plus of years of experience, and in which mostly in Java side. So and also I have experience in MuleSoft. I also started with MuleSoft with 3 version, and currently I'm MuleSoft ambassador and frequent MuleSoft meetup speaker also. I'm leading Patna and Bangalore's group, and I'm certified MuleSoft developer and architect, and I'm one of the top contributor in the MuleSoft Help Forum, and also I am founder of Data with Fun. You can find it in the LinkedIn where I used to share uh, all the QJs and concepts related to the data wave. Yeah, that's about me. So today agenda is first we will go with ACB June release. These are the major features released in the June, and then we will go with Async API and Einstein API. Then Async API, we will see the demo in both Anypoint Studio and Anypoint Code Builder also. Then we have like Einstein, which is like uh, we will use AI to write some of the code snippets for our integration. Yeah. So let's start from the ACB. So yeah. So what is Anypoint Code Builder? So Anypoint Code Builder is an integrated IDE that enables developer to design, build, test, and deploy API and integration from their web browser or desktop. So you can do it in web browser also, that Anypoint is providing, like, and in desktop you have to install that VS Code, that is Visual Studio Code. Then you have to install one pack that is related to the Anypoint extension pack that provides all the uh, integration developer experience. So it has like 7 packages involved in this one. So once this is done, you are ready to use Anypoint Code Builder in Visual Studio Code, and it is very easy to use. Customizable interface, syntax highlighting, debugging you can do, and seamless integration also you can do with external tools like version control. So these are the features available in the VS Code. And also like Anypoint Code Builder, like it can be spun in minutes using your favorite browser, or maybe you have to install that plugin into the VS Code, and from there you can log in into the Anypoint platform account also, and you can design API. You can publish those changes to the design directly, and there will be like a graphical editor also, and you can debug it, deploy it within few simple clicks. So this is like a very basic um, about Anypoint Code Builder. So how Anypoint Code Builder improves developer productivity? So this is like browser based or desktop based IDE. So I think I have not modified the PPT. Like this was like when I have done the give first demo, that time it was available with the browser only. Then it has Visual Studio Code extension also, and then we can get that graphical user interface to define your integration flow. Similar like to Anypoint Studio, here we have a canvas, and then we have a like center palette to quickly access commonly used command also, and you can write the code snippets also. Like the best practices, you can create like code snippets and you can use those also to accelerate the development. Like for HTTP connector or something, we can create our own code snippets so that we can use that one, or we can share these code snippets to all the developers so everyone can use that code snippets also. Then we have a like, linting support for validation, and then we have a like interactive debugger also. So let's come back to Anypoint uh, code builder June release. So the first one is like data web expression builder. Then it comes to like component configuration enhancement. Then we have like support for multiple Mule runtime version with Java 17 or 11. So you can easily switch like Mule runtime version with Java 17 or 11. So just you have to like configure those. Like you have to run 4.6.3 with Java 17. Just you have to configure those, and then you can run that application. And if you have to switch 4.6.3 with 11, that you can do. Then we have like custom Java classes and code you can easily write. And then we have a separate like Maven settings for the Anypoint Code Builder. So it is not using that Maven settings which is installed in the Maven. It is creating like Anypoint Code Builder having different Maven settings. Then we have like MUnit support also. Currently, we can only run existing MUnit into the Anypoint Code Builder. It has not support for that. We can create MUnit into the ACB. It will be like coming in upcoming releases. And then we have like one good feature also, like API governance for REST APIs. So this thing, for this one, we have to go and log in into the Anypoint platform. Then we have to perform this thing, like API governance for REST APIs. This thing also you can perform into the Visual Studio Code only. Just you have to go and you can apply that API governance rule set, and then you can see those errors and you can fix it and quickly run it, the validation again, and you can check those things. So let's come back to the very first feature, like data view expression builder. So yeah, so data view expression builder, I think you know, data is a programming language designed for the transforming data. So most component in the Mule application uses data view expression, and there we have to select and transform the message, uh, payload we have to do some transformation, or maybe we have some attributes, there we have to write some transformation, or mule variable is also there. So for that one, writing the data view expression, so we have like a data view expression builder. So how it will help you? So there will be like three features like extra panel that will be available with data view expression builder. The first one is data. So in data you can see like what are the values available, like payload, attributes, or immune variables. So in the data section you can see all those things. Then we have like functions. So functions also you can see all the functions available in the data view, that will be listed there. Even you can see the documentation also. Even you don't remember, you can see, go and check, and you can search like we have to use some, or you can see that documentation also. Just you have to click on that one and it will be easily available into the data view expression builder. Then we have like third is like preview for running the expression on sample data. So you have some sample data and you can go and click on the preview, it will give you the result there. And also in addition you can use autocomplete from the expression fx field for component to select data view function from the core modules and other values accepted in this field. Let's see how it is working. So yeah, let me go there. So I have already created we have lots of topic to cover today. So I have already created this topic. So here you can see what I am doing. So I think first I will tell you what are the extensions pack. First you have to install that Visual Studio Code. Then you have to go and then you have to search into the extensions. Here you can see, and then you have to search for the Anypoint extension pack. So this is the one. This is the package which you have to install to enable the Anypoint code builder feature. So here you can see this is the one, and here you can see like how many installs are done, like 14,000 something. So yeah, so this come with included extensions. So here you can see like API extensions, so that will be used for the RAML creation and this thing. Then we have API kit extension, then we have integration extension, platform extension, so dependency extensions, so it will add all the dependencies, data view extensions, and munit extensions. So it is coming with 7 pack of extensions when you install this one. So once you installed it, you can see, and then you will see that MuleSoft icon is also here. And here from here there are 3 options. You can design an API. So you can, instead of designing an API into the design center, you can design an API here also. Then you can implement an API. So which you have designed that API, you can implement that API here also. Then you can easily you have to create a develop an integration. Just you can click on this one and it will give you option like project name, empty project. Here you can see Mule runtime version is coming, in which runtime you have to use, and then we have Java version is coming. So here you can see 4.4.0 it is coming that is 11, that is supported by 11 only. From 4.0 above you can see like Java 17 is also supported. 4.7 here also you can see there are 2 versions are coming. So let's come back to the data view expression builder. So I think yeah. So just you have to add any variable or something. So uh, variable or transform message or everywhere you can see that thing. So here you can see this is the like data view expression builder fx is coming. Okay, and when you click on that one, so this is like data view expression builder. So I have mentioned like you, and there will be like three things will come: data, functions, preview. So here you can see data in the payload, we have attributes and variables. So if you go to the attribute, so here you can see like these are the attributes available. Okay, URA parents, request path, headers, and this thing 1 2 3 4 5 or something is here. You can see like functions is also available. So here you can see like lots of functions are available. So these are the module core. You can go there and you can search. And if you click on any like here you can see like details is also coming. So if you go to the details, so it will give you the all the detailed expression like how it is working like sum 1 2 3. So what I will do, I will select one of them like sum. So I'll select one of the values sum. Then you have to pass here like 1 2 3 4 5. So you can click on the preview. So it will give you the result here. Sum 1 2 3 4. Here you can see like it is giving the result as 10. So this is like data view expression builder. This is not necessary you have to do it in variable. It is you can do it in payload also and transform message also. Any dot here. Then I will move it to the next feature.
No, fine. It's fine for me. Yeah.
Okay. Let's proceed.
Shyam. Hello, Shyam.
Yeah, yeah.
Arun
Go.
here. So, yeah, I have a quick question. So, you showed me that flow, right? So, is that the flow we can build it in the code itself, or we have to import an XML and then we have to
No,
start
no,
the?
you can build it in like there is an option I've shown, right? Implement and integration. Just you have to click on that one. It will create a like a empty flow, or then you have from there you can add all those things like HTTP listen. Like in any point studio, you are doing the same thing, right? You have to do like same thing here also.
So there are like connectors where we can drag and drop
Yes,
into the.
yes, yes,
Okay.
yes.
Okay. Sounds good.
Here you can see like plus is option is there, right? When you click on that one, okay.
Mhm.
So here you can see like add component. So here you can see like core processor, connector, and snippets. Even you can search. Okay. So here you can
Okay.
see like connector are HTTP and this thing.
Okay, got it. And this all comes in that basic Anypoint extension pack, right? So there's no like
Yeah.
additional pack that needs to be installed.
Yeah. When
Okay,
here you like snippets. So there are like built-in snippet also, or you can create your own also. So I've created once my for the logging MSS. I've created my own. Okay. So these are the features like I've covered it in like in the last session. So today I'm covering only the June release. So maybe you can find this in Twitch streaming. I have covered like 2 or 3 session I have taken on the basics of any point code builder.
okay,
Maybe
okay, got it.
take a
Yeah,
look.
yeah,
Yeah.
sure. Yeah, thank you.
Shyam, we have one question from Suman saying that can you do it for transform message, like the payload thing what you did in
Yeah,
variable?
that also we can do it.
It is loading, I guess. Okay.
So here you can see like something is not coming. So you have to go there and then you have to enable it and then it will come.
Yeah, at present, like the transformation, like the code builder is still in some modification. So
Yeah.
soon we will see that option in transform message as well.
So here it will come as Apex. Now we have to go and edit into the XML format and then I think it will come that features like, yeah.
Yes.
So from here we have to
The enterprise thing, like the E message, that thing you need to put.
yeah.
Yes.
So here you can see e-message variable is coming and then let's see if that is coming or not. That is not coming.
Yeah.
Then
You have saved that?
yeah, it is automatically saved. Yeah.
Okay.
Something is wrong here. I think I have to like check like the exact
The
connection.
syntax
Let
we
me,
need to check, yeah. But that is something which is in progress. The product team is working, and that will soon come.
you can try with like there is option like transform with output JSON. So if you click on this one, so here you can see this is coming and then it is there. Why that feature is not coming? I'm not sure. Maybe that will come in future.
That will come in the new release. Yeah, that is. I have talked to the product team. Yeah. Cool. We can move forward with another one.
The next feature is like component configuration enhancement. So you can see like for any connector or anything, so you will see that like general, advanced and nodes. So they have added input and output tab to the existing tabs. So these are the already available like general, advanced and nodes. So they have added input and output also there tab, and you can add some nodes also to the any connector. So here you can see like here you can see this is the like input and output. So here you can see in the payload you are getting like a first name and last name. So and here you can see the attributes, and if there is any variable that is also you can see this is attributes, and here you can see variable abc is coming also. If you go there, let's see here abc is coming, and you can add also nodes. So they have added this input and output extra in any connector or anywhere like you are adding any component here, you will see that input and output even in the connector also. Like even you go to the http listener configuration, there also you can see. So this is like one of the uh, new features added into the Anypoint code builders, and this is not existing in the Anypoint Studio. And they have like support for additional data types in the configuration fields like file selector, password array, and union for some configurable data sets. The third thing is like support for multiple mule runtime versions with Java 17 or 11. So Anypoint code builder now supports three versions like 4.4, 4.6, and 4.7, and it is compatible Java versions are 11 and 17. So let me show. So how you can select this one? So if you go to that this one, and then you can go to the project properties. So here you can see we are getting that option like selecting the mule runtime 4.7.0 and 11. Here you can see the drop down is coming 4.6.3 and 4. So maybe I will select 4.6.3 and this time Java 17, apply it, and then I will run it. So it is applied and I will start running it. So the mule runtime that will be selected here, that is 4.6.3 and Java version will be 17. Let's see. So here you can see this one. This is the like location 4.6.3. It's got started. Let's see. Here also see. We can see 4.6.3. So it is deployed, and how we can see it is running in Java 17 and this thing. So just go and check the logs. So here you can see server has started JDK 17, right? And let's go down. So here you can see the mule home they have selected as 4.6.3. Let me change it. This time I will select 4.7.0 and then 11. Apply it. Then I will run it again. So it is very easy to switch uh, runtime properties like mule runtime and Java version in Anypoint code builder. Project is getting built. So here you can see they have selected 4.7.0. Now they are running it. And yeah. So here you can see JDK 11 is selected and mule runtime also you can see like 4.7.0. And here you can see the mule home like when you go to this folder like user Shyamraj Prasad then user profile, and there they will create one folder called Anypoint code builder. So in this place like all the location will be like there. Let me open that one. I will show you. Anypoint code builder. So here you can see like we have a multiple runtime. So here you can see like we have 4.4.0 here, 4.6.3 and 4.7.0. And Java runtime also you can see it is using JDK 11 and JDK 17. So you can easily switch the runtime and Java version in Anypoint code builder. And this thing we are struggling a lot into the Anypoint Studio. Hope there is no question. Coming back to the next feature. Yeah, so the next thing is like custom Java classes and code. The similarly like when you create a new Java class in a project, Anypoint code builder automatically add the necessary dependency to the project form.xml file. So like Java dependency automatically will be added, and then you have to write all the Java code there like src main Java, and all the test cases related to the Java we have to write in this place. So what I did, just I've created this one like here you can see like public tax calculator is there. Then we have a calculate tax and is tax free. So how we have to call it? First we have to like create a new instance of this tax calculator. Then we have to call this into that. So invoke. So here you can see first we have done creating a new of tax calculator, and then we are invoking that uh, instance like we are passing two argument like two things we have to pass 20 or 10. So here you can see in the tax calculator we have to pass calculate tax. We have to pass two argument like price and percent additional tax. And if you see that form.xml file, so there you can see like Java dependency will be automatically added. So here you can see this is HTTP connector, and this is when we create any Java class, this mule Java module will be added automatically. And you can run it and you can see that result. It is similar to Anypoint Studio, nothing extra. And then you can, I think I'm running it. Let me come back to the next thing. Next feature is like Maven settings. So I've already mentioned like Anypoint code builder having different Maven settings. So that will be available in this location like user.home Anypoint code builder Maven ACB setting.xml file. So here you can see, go there, the same location. So here you can see ACB setting.xml file is there. So all the Maven settings you can define here. The next feature is MUnit support. So Anypoint code builder has limited support for the testing with MUnit. So you can run all the existing MUnit test case which is written in Anypoint Studio, modify and create. I think this feature is not there. Only that you can run it, and uh, maybe this will come into the upcoming releases. Some unit features supported by Anypoint Studio are not supported by Anypoint code builder in this list. So this will come into the next one. So how it can see, let me stop it. I will open another one. So here you can see, so all the test cases is written. So here you will get the option run a unit test and it will run. I think for running a unit test case, here you can see it has started. So here you can see that all the testing result also. I'm not sure it will run. Some dependency is not available, so it is not running. So maybe I have to mention that Nexus repo details. So that's why. And also here you can see we are getting that option also, like click. If you click on this one, it will run that test. So every test case you will see that option. Just you have to click on that one. It will run that test case. So somehow like this is not available. So I think I had to provide that Nexus credential. So that's why it is not downloading the dependency. Yeah. Let's come back to the last feature, that is like API governance for the REST API. So for this one also, I think any developed RAML, you can download it, export it or import it in Visual Studio Code. And for that one, I think you have to log it in. You have to log in here. Then you have to open it. Then you can see here, now it is logged in. So when the command palette, you can import any another also here you can see import API specification from design center also. So let me try that one. So here you can see they are giving that business group. So after that, so here you can see there are multiple API available. So which one you wanted to import? Just you have to click on that one. So I will go with American flight. And then it is asking where you wanted to create. Okay. And this is importing that API specification into that location. Then we can import it. So when it's done, you can see the here you can see the this is imported, and here you can develop that RAML here. So how you can add that API governance? Go to the command palette, and here you can see MuleSoft add governance rule sets. So here you can see you can choose anyone, like Anypoint best practices and maybe HTTPS enforcement and you can add that one. So once that is added, you can see one another rule set. Here you can see governance rule sets, and we can see like there we have added to HTTPS enforcement and Anypoint best practices. From here you can run it. So here you can see like for one of the it is failing. So only use HTTPS protocol scheme. So you can update it and then you can run it again. So here you can see now it is passing. So there is no issues in HTTPS enforcement. Now we can go with Anypoint best practices. So let's see. There are lots of error. So which we have to correct it, and you can. So here you can see like client ID. Here description is missing. So you can add those things and you can run it again. Yeah, I think I'm done with my part. If there is any question, I'm happy to answer. Yeah.
We have two questions, Shyam.
Okay.
Both are from Edward. So one is, what is the exact release ACB you have got? Do you recommend using auto update checkbox?
I think yes. So if you select that one, auto update checkbox, so any release is coming in, it will update all that like any major like major release is happening, so it will automatically update your all the extension packs.
Right. And I think we are using the ACP beta version.
Still, Anypoint Code Builder is still in beta version.
Right. So still, like, there are changes happening. It is still in beta.
And for the tax-free calculation, right, maybe that link I can share into the chat. Can you show again the source of the Java class with tax-free calculation? So I will share that link. I have referred it from the document only, so that you can explore. Let me.
Sure. Thanks, Shyam. Maybe you can share on chat and Edward can see that. So are we good with this part, guys? Do you have any more questions? Maybe we can give few seconds if you have any. If not, then we can start with Rajiv's part.
Yeah, if you are stuck with any Anypoint Code Builder in anything, you can reach out to me and LinkedIn anytime. I'll be happy to help you.
Hi Sham, hi Abhishek. How are you adding the settings.xml?
Which one?
Because Maven settings.xml, how are you adding that?
It will be automatically created by the Anypoint Code Builder.
No, but
So
we might have project specific
yeah,
Maven
just go and update it. The same thing.
Like might be is asking like how we can define that with our code, like how we can define the location maybe.
Yeah,
Location
maybe. Yeah.
location is like user home, then Anypoint Code Builder, and then we have a Maven folder, and then the name is fixed like acv_setting.xml file.
Okay.
So the existing setting is XML file. Just copy there, rename it with the same name.
Right.
It will-
Okay, it's under user home, right?
yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any other questions? No. Maybe Rajiv, we are good to start with your part then.
Yeah, Abhishek. Yeah, thank you, Sam, for this insightful session. Yeah. So let me present my screen. Hope my screen is visible.
Yeah, Rajiv. It is.
Yeah. So is it visible? Slides?
Yes.
Correct. Yeah. So now we are going to discuss about this async API. Okay. Before going to async API, I will just give few informations about, or maybe a well round of discussion regarding this event-driven communications. Okay, so we all know like there are multiple integration patterns we are following during our the integrations design. Okay, one of the most, I think, the widely used, okay, nowadays, or since I think the in every integration with the event driven communication, or we can say the event driven architecture. If you'll see, talk about in a very details, so Saga is the one of the superset of this, the event driven communication. So what basically happens, there is a event producer or event consumers. Okay, so when the event producer is the basically triggering the events, okay, and sometimes happens like we need to send the this event which is produced by the producer to the target or the consumer in real time, or sometimes happen in a very near real times. Okay, so in that between, to orchestrate these things, or you can say to do the choreography in between even producer or consumers, we put the event broker, which is we also known as the another word called the middleware messaging, or we have also heard about the MOM based architecture. Okay, so these are the just, I think, how the event driven communication is going to work, or architecture is going to work. Okay, feel free to stop me if you have any questions, or feel free to ping me into the chat. Okay, now moving to how this event driven integrations is we are going to achieve with the async communications. Okay, so this is the also the async communication internally, the event integration or architecture using the async communications. Okay, so there is a one systems which is basically going to produce the event, okay, and trigger the message. Okay, and we have the mule which is going to receive it as a connectors. Okay, now we are putting into the event brokers. Okay, and now from that event brokers, okay, we are again we have the consumers. Okay, our the mule connector which is going to pick that message, and it is going to send like the one or multiple target. Okay, so what is the benefit we used to get when we apply the async communication while we are dealing with the event driven integrations? So it's eliminate the polling. Once we say the eliminate polling, we are not saying completely elimination of the polling, but that is not in the developer control. Maybe our connectors which is connecting to the like event driven systems, okay, which is triggering the event, it is doing the internal polling, but this is not the our developer headache to maintain this. Okay, but it's eliminate the explicit polling, we can say. It simplify the data exchange. Okay, because like here we have the feasibility, like suppose where the multiple targets are there, like consider from a one of the master data management, where the once event is getting published, so it is going to send to the multiple target system. So we have the scope, we can simplify data exchange by using the CDM like canonical data or common data models. Okay, it's also minimize the downstream failure because we have the event broker in place. Okay, the operations which is happening between event producer and the consumers are the non-blocking operation. It is kind of the fire and forget. So event producer has the confidence about the middleware, and middleware has the confidence about the trust about the event broker. Our measure is guaranteedly going to deliver to the target systems. Okay, through which we can also achieve the concurrency. And it is basically by using this design we are going to get the improve our the user experience. And wherever sometimes happened in our integrations when we do the like the file processing kind of things. Okay, so we can like the long running task we can able like to achieve by using this async communication, putting into the event driven architecture. Okay, so how we are going to enable this async API? Okay, so might be we have seen this whenever we are logging into the Anypoint platforms. Okay, so this is the still this async API implementation is available into the beta versions. Okay, so we need to just join this. Okay, whenever we need to use this async API. Okay, for this ACB as well as the Anypoint Studio. So this is the async API where we are going to discuss about the overview. What basically, so we have already seen into the Mule, the documentation part was already there into the async API. Okay, so where what we basically used to do, like we used to create the events, channels, and the transport. Okay, so when we are talking about the like events, so message or data which is shared with the other services. Channels are nothing but destination of message to be sent or received, and transport is basically like which kind of the MOM based like the messaging transport, like such as the Kafka, Anypoint, MQ, RabbitQ, Solace. These all things are related with. Okay, so how we can able to create this design center like the this async API we will see quickly. Okay, so this is the step, like design center, create new, select this new async API. Okay, and we are going to like see async API. We all know it's follow the Open API specification. It is slightly little bit different from the ramls. Okay, so that things we need to follow it. Okay, so now we will see the how the journey of the async API is whenever we are dealing with this our the either Anypoint code builder or we are dealing with the Anypoint studio. So first of all, we need to do the design. Design is nothing but creating our Open API specification, which is the async API specification, where it has the certain guidelines like what is the info section. In the server section, we have to put the server informations. Okay, in the channels, like this is the channels which we need to create over the topic through which we are like the publishing and subscribing is going to happen. This async API is only going to support two kind of the operations. One is the publish, one is the subscribe. Okay, and these components are nothing but the schemas. Okay, like the which channels, okay, which channels inside that channels, what is the publishing and subscriber is going to refer into the which schemas. Okay, these schemas we can also use in our API kit router, like the async API validations, or this schema we can also use at the messaging level. Suppose if we are using the Kafka, so there we can also use this schema to validate the messaging which is coming to a particular channels. Okay, so this is the first things where we need to go through the journey of the async API through the design. Coming to next. After that, once we have created the async API, we need to govern this async API by using the rule sets. Okay, either we can go for the our existing rule set, okay, which is the like provided with Mule, or we can customize our rule set. Okay, to see whether our this async API is like following the MuleSoft recommended standards or not, and to check the what is the conformance of it. So we will show this everything during the demo. Okay, so the second step, we need to govern this. The third step is the discover, which is the reuse. Means once we have design and govern this async API, then we need to publish over this exchange. Okay, now coming to this is the important where we need to implement this. So when it is coming to implementation, it is up to you to which one you are going to use, either your code builder or Anypoint studio. So there you can use the scaffold, configuration, logging, validate, or transformations. Okay, so how it is going to look like. Okay, now coming to demo sections. Okay, before going to demo, feel free to ask me if you have any questions.
So Anupam is just asking, like, can't we use any other tool like Anypoint MQ or ActiveMQ?
Yeah, as of now, the support is from the, I will, let me show you. I have added these things, which will give you the more information. Okay, I wanted to come with the late, but I think you asked. So the recommendation as of now, how this is going to support the Anypoint Studio must be 7.18. Mule runtime engine must be greater than 4.5. Okay, as of now, to implement the messaging transport which is supported by async API is the in the beta version is the your Kafka and Anypoint MQ. Now the I think as per the MuleSoft documentation, the probability to support like the Salesforce and Solace, okay, which is tentatively going to be released into the October 2024, but that is a tentative. Okay, so as of now, it is only going to support this 2 messaging protocol. Okay, and in October or maybe October onwards, it is going to having the 4 one. So this is the, as of now, the limitation of this messaging protocol. And now this async API is they have supported 2.6 version, and Feb 2025 it is going to come the API 3.0. Okay, so which may be like they can add more, but as of now this is the informations.
Hope that answer you, Anupam. Yeah, we can.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. So before going to, okay, let me, so what I have done, I have taken one of the, just to show how we are going to this. Okay, so let me go and create one of the async API. Okay, so suppose we are going to, okay, suppose here we have this specific language like the YAML, which one we can able to select. So as of now, we are going to use this 2.6, okay, YAML version. Okay, to considering the timing, okay, so I have already taken one. Okay, and then we will discuss about this. Okay, so here we can see it. Okay, this is the, I think by default this section come, but we need to provide as per the governance or a standard, we need to give the titles, okay, the version we can, okay, description. And suppose you are dealing with this async API, so your contact information, like suppose for some organizations you are dealing, so some of the this is for the documentation parts. Okay, now the most important thing, this async API must be binded with the servers. Okay, so what kind of the messaging we are using? Suppose if you are using the Kafka, then Kafka. Here if you have suppose use the Kafka for dev, because sometimes happens like you want to, like for a particular channels, okay, like contact created or something, you wanted to use the dev, okay, and for some other you wanted to go for the QA. Okay, so here you can also bind with this QA Kafka. Okay, and here you can change this. Okay, so what will happen, what is the benefit of using the, you can use the multiple messaging event broker as well here. Okay, one is the, suppose you use Kafka, Anypoint MQ, and how this is going to use in our channels. Okay, by using this server details. Okay, so whenever you create the channels, like suppose this is for the contact creation, like where the publish or subscribe will be going to happen. So what you can able to do it, okay, here you can tag these things, okay, for these channels, okay, use this server, and this is the name, nothing but coming from the here. Okay, so and this is the, you can put the default contact on the top of that, so it is going to applicable for all the channels, or you can put the individual, like suppose if this is going to support the JSON, so this is the for JSON, and if suppose something is going to support for the XML, you can put the XML. So here you can see that I have put the one is the publish operations. Okay, and here is the messaging, I have in the content type this JSON. This is the just for the documentations. Okay, and this is the important thing, one is the, where it is coming, yeah, this is the name, yeah, contact. So this message is the important, this contact created, which is going to come whenever we are doing the scaffolding. Okay, when the listener will be coming on this name. Okay, so whatever the name we are going to give, this is going to come, we will see during the demo. Okay, and for this publish operations, this is the messaging, and this messaging, what is the payload, so it is referring to the contact creation. Okay, so this is the schema, how it is going to work. So this is pretty much similar to our ML one. Okay, but the way like this is, it is looking into one glance, it is see the RAML, but it is a little bit different from, because here we cannot achieve the modularity like the fragmentation wise as we do into the RAML. Okay, so this is the reason it is look like the bulky, like when we create this. Okay, so this is the how we have created the publish, and similar way we have created the subscribe one. Okay, in the right side you can be able to see the documentation is also going to happen. Okay, same. So here it is going to give you the server details. Okay, and this is your API channels is the contact creator, one is the publish, one is the subscribe. Once you create the publish, it is going to give you the similar way the like the what is the schemas, and this way similar to if you go to the subscribe, it is also going to give you the same way. Okay, so suppose for this now the second part we need to check the governance of it. Okay, so to check this, what I'm doing, I'm going to use the existing one only. Okay, so I will go to dependency, I will add one role set. Here I will use the async API. Okay, so this is the async API best practice. I'm going to add this one dependency. Okay, now here you can see the rule set has been applied. Okay, looking into here we can able to see. Okay, so there is the one I think governance it is giving. This is the warning. Okay, the contact management license URL should be provided. So this is talking about this. Okay, so warning can be ignored. Okay, but if any things like suppose you need to violate, okay, like suppose if I'll give you this way, so you can see here. Okay, so it is giving as a error. Okay, like this channel parameter declaration cannot be empty. Okay, so as per the rule set, okay, we need, if parallelly we are going to check for this, yeah, so here you can able to see like the it is not applied here. Maybe once I will, there is also like option we can apply from the here also, but let's see.
You need to additionally apply it there, like
Right. Yeah,
from here if you do it will not come, like
Not
you need to create the rule set over here.
right, true. Okay, so here it is already, we can say. So this is the, by adding here this thing is good thing is like we can able to design time, we can be able to validate this. Okay, so suppose if this is the validation, okay, we can ignore few warnings, no issue. Okay, now coming to this part, publishing. So now we are going to the third version, which is called the discovery. Okay, so now we are publishing to the exchange. So we'll see here how this it is looking into exchange. Yeah.
So Rajiv, quick question. So we are using the same name for both the publish and the subscriber, right? For the message name.
This one?
The message name, under message we have like name, right? Like contact creator.
Right.
So is that like, can we have like the same name for both the publish and the subscriber when we do like scaffolding? Would that be an issue?
There won't be any issue. There won't be any issue. We can do like suppose think from, I will show you during the demo how we are going to achieve. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, there won't be any issue.
Okay.
Just to add that when we say publish, so that is your listener, and when we say subscribe, so that is where you are sending the message. So you can have a listener and a subscribe with the same name, which maybe Razi will show. But when we use the connectors directly in Studio or Code Builder, so if we have worked with Anypoint IMQ, you will see there is an option for subscriber and a publish, where the subscriber is the listener and the publish is which receive. But the actual meaning is publish means publishing to your application, and subscribe means subscribing from your application.
Right. Okay. Got it.
Okay.
I was just thinking like when scaffolding, would that be an issue or not? So,
No. That will not. You will see all the options, like what are the subscriber and what are the publish or subscribe things you have. That will show you up.
okay. Got it.
Okay.
Thank you, Abhishek. Thank you, Raghu.
Yeah, thank you. So if you see here in the exchange, so this is we have published, okay, and here you can see this is the conformant, okay, which means that this is the only come like when we apply the rule set, API governance rule set. So which is like the rule set has been applied. Now see if ideally it should come. If not come, then maybe explicitly we need to apply. Okay, this is not coming. Yeah, this is not coming here. So I think, yeah, it is come here. See here. Okay, so once we publish over the exchange, okay, and once we get this conformant, we can be able to see inside the rule set, okay, it is coming here. So if you go here, you can able to see the all the details of the here, like the what is the like zero violation and what is the one warning. So we can also govern here. Okay. Okay, so now we have done our 3 part as part of the journey. Now it is coming to the implementations. Okay. So let me close this. Okay. So now I'm going to the okay. So here I have selected the Mule server runtime 4.7.0. Okay. Now in the implementation, this is the import a publish one. Okay. We have to select. So going and taking from the exchange. Okay. So now what was the Mule Meetup? Okay. What was the Meetup demo AsyncAPI? Let me get it. So you can see here, we can be able to see it. Okay. So adding it. Okay. Now finishing it. Okay. Let me keeping the same name. Okay. Now I'm doing this finish. Hope it's taken. Yeah, it's taken. Yeah, normally we see during the demo it is not responding kind of things.
This is the rule for demo. Whenever you're doing a demo,
Right.
it gets slow.
Yeah.
And it will break.
Yeah. So you can see here the scaffold execution succeeded. Okay, no errors. Okay, and this is the how you are going to get like the when it is going to generate. Okay, so if you see here instead of the this API kit for the normal, you can see this async API is coming. Okay, and here this is the added. So as of now, API kit for async has only 2. One is the publish, one is the listener. Okay, this is going to give you the global configurations. Okay, if you see the global configuration, it is one is the for API kit, one is the global property, how it is going to look like. By default, it is going to give one of the properties file for the dev. Okay, and this is the configuration properties which is going to see. Let me see here. It is by default, it is going to give this one. Okay, this is the important. This will going to vary because I have used the Kafka. Okay, and this is the license version I'm using the Kafka. Okay, so it is basis on the your messaging broker. This will be changed. Okay, if you are using the Anypoint MQ, that will be different. If you use it, so it will create the 2 configuration, one for the consumer, one for the producer. So how this is going to look like? Okay, this is the your bootstrap server. So this is the I think host name. Okay, and this is the you can say the topic subscription pattern this contact created. Okay, so this all it is going to look like, but this is the default they are going to set. But for our project, we need to check like the which of the connections we need to use this. Okay, similar way we will see here the security. I think the if we need to achieve the this HTTPS or the LDAPs. Okay, so we can also here the endpoint identification algorithm we can able to achieve it. The TLS configuration we can also able to achieve it if required here. Okay, for our enterprise project. Okay, this is the advance. Okay, so this is for the consumer one, and similar way for the producer one also we need to do the this what kind of the configuration we connection we need to do it. Okay, so this is the this will be vary from our the event broker. Okay, now coming to this one, by default if you see here, okay, by default only the scaffolding has been happening for your message listener. Okay, so if you see here the publish, okay, contact created means it is going to listen over your publish contact created. Okay, and here if you see here in this configuration, if you see the channel name, it has been there the contact created. If there is a more channel, you can able to see it. Okay, here it is the server details. Okay, the server is nothing but your dev Kafka server. It is associated because we have tagged our this contact created with the dev Kafka server. Okay, so by default it is going to give us the this much after the scaffold. Okay, so in order to save the times, okay, what I have done, okay, let me close this. Okay, I have already created one project similar to this. Okay, and let me show you. This is the, I think the lead management I have created one. So if you see here, I have used the dev Kafka or the like, forget about this prod. Okay, so this is one the Kafka dev. Okay, the tag name is lead. Here I have used the lead created. So whenever a lead is getting created into the Salesforce, okay, and this is the publish. Okay, this is the subscribe. Okay, similar way the lead update. Okay, and similar way this lead close. Forget about this close. This is nothing but the delete one. Okay, and this is the, I think, the data model schema. Okay, and yeah, and this is already published over that, and already I have implemented. So I will go through that because certain configuration which is required for the Kafka I will show you. So this is looking like the similar way, only the Salesforce configuration I have added. Okay, so let's go through the this Kafka. Okay, so here I have used the SSL plain connections. So this is the our host name, server name. Okay, and these are the all the topic subscription patterns. Okay, lead create, lead update, lead close. Okay, so all the channels which are there. Okay, and this is the username and password. Okay, coming to this security section, so I'm not using the any TLS configurations. Okay, and yeah, similar way I have done this for the producer one. Okay, so only this SSL and this plain connections. Okay, and if you see here, this is my the Kafka one. Okay, so this is the cloud one, Confluent Cloud. Okay, so here I have created one cluster and there are some topics. Okay, so if you see here, the lead create topic is there. Okay, and lead close is there, and lead update is there. Okay, so we'll see this how the message is publishing from the Salesforce. It is coming to here. Okay, and from here how it is going to again subscribe and process. And this is the Salesforce configurations. Okay, coming to here, yeah, if you see here API kit async API, this is tightly coupled with this dev Kafka server. What is the server key? And here it is holding the producer config reference and consumer config reference. Okay, this is the most important things. Okay, because on the basis of this only it is going to and fro your the with the event broker. Okay, so this is the API kit async API configuration hold this. Okay, okay, and okay, so not this one. Okay, and this is the, if you see here, the listener one, when I did the scaffold, okay, I got this one is the publish lead create, one is the publish lead update, and this is the lead close. So on three channels our listener is listening. Okay, so in order to simulate a very basic event driven architecture to achieve this async API, what I have done, like suppose I have using the through the Salesforce. Okay, I'm creating one of the lead. Okay, and this lead once we create the lead, update the lead, or delete the lead, okay, this is going to subscribe as a part of the CDC. Okay, and if you see here, this is the streaming channel where it is listening lead change event. Okay, and when anything is happened into the lead object, okay, it is going to trigger, okay, on the basis of its change type, whether it is create, update, it is going to publish this to the respective topic. Okay, so here you can see this is not the explicitly coming. We need to use this by using this API kit async one. Okay, so here if you see, I am publishing, and where I am publishing, see here, this is the, once you drag this publish, so it is looking for the async API config, and this is the channel name. Okay, if you here drop down, it is going to give you all the listed channels. Okay, and this is the server name. So here I was telling, like, suppose if this lead create has been associated with some different, okay, so we can choose here the different server. Okay, so we can tag the multiple server or individual servers here, so we can choose very easily here. Okay, so here it is going to publish. This is for the update one, this is for the delete one. Okay, and this is for the subscribers. So what I'm going to do, feel free to ask me if any questions, although I'm doing this. Okay, so I will show you how it is going to work. Yeah,
Anyone have any question till it is getting deployed? Nope, all clear. Cool.
yeah, so now I'm running this, and meanwhile let's go to Salesforce. Okay, okay, so meanwhile getting deployed, let me use SHYM. I'm taking Syam Prasad. Okay, so let Syam to allocate Google. Okay, architect. Okay, so I got this Syam lead from, suppose, the partner referral. Okay, so we can select any industry. Okay, so I'm taking this phone number, suppose 22, maybe it will be very common, I'm giving the fax 55. Okay, and suppose I'm taking as a lead status as a open, not contacted. Okay, so let's see what happened to this. So here it is deployed, and if you see, it is starting here, the lead management is starting listening or hitting to the Kafka one. So here there's, see, dev Kafka it is. Okay, and we'll see here like the Kafka as well. So I'm using the lead create, so we'll see here the messages once it is reaching. Okay, so let me rate this as a saving this lead. Okay, so here lead was created. Okay, we'll see here we are getting or not. So here we can see we received this lead. Okay, this is the lead we have received. This is the lead change event. Okay, let me do so we can able to see this payload. So this is the payload, we have seen it. See, so this is the CDC information which is coming from the Salesforce. Okay, now let's see, as part of the create, it should go here. Okay, and it will publish here. Okay, so here this has been published. Now we will see going to the here. Let's see, it is coming. So this is the Google. So here you can see this has been created here. So this is the message we have received over the Kafka. So here this is the Syam. Okay, so we have got this. Okay, so now the publishing part has been done. So we took the events from the Salesforce and now we bring into the our event broker world. Okay, now it is in our control how we can do this. Okay, so now just do the next. Okay, this is the end publishing. Now because I have used the same API, same project, so this is the subscriber. So you can see our subscriber is here, lead create. Okay, and this has consumed this message. If you see here, the message has been arrived here. Okay, now if I'm going to here, okay, so what I'm doing, suppose this lead happened. So in the real world, what happened, one lead content, like the once we receive the lead, we create the account, we create the contact, and we create the opportunity. Okay, on the basis of that, how the lead is going to either close or next. Okay, but here to like the optimize these things, this demo I have used to create the contact. From that lead, I'm creating the account and I'm creating the individuals. Okay, so let's see how it is going to create. So if you go to create account, so if you see here the account response, here it is success, means through this lead I have automated this to create the account. And similar way, if I'm going to create the individual, so here you can say individual response, it is also created. Okay, so now going to back to the Salesforce. So this is the lead we have created. Now we are going to for the account. Okay, we'll see. Okay, where is, so this is the Google. Okay, so this is the, because I'm creating the account on the basis of company name. Okay, so this is what we have created, this account for the SAM request. Okay, if you see here, this is the Google and this is the phone number, these things we have created. Okay, now if you go to the individual, it is not looking here. Okay, let me, individuals, all individuals. So here you can able to see Syam. So these things we have also created through this lead. So this is the individuals I have created the. Okay, so now we can able to see here this how this create is happening. Okay, and this is the something, I think some, what this request is coming. Okay, so since it is the update, means whenever we create the this any lead, okay, so its last modified date is getting updated. Okay, so again you can see we have received this lead. Okay, so once you are checking here, the what is the change type of this is the update, because this last modified date get updated. Okay, so it will now go to the update part. See here, so it is again going to publish to the update. Okay, so let's see here the confluent. Okay, topic lead update, you will able to see this message. Yeah, so you can see this is the message which we have received. Okay, and since update I haven't done anything, just I am showing this how this update is also coming here. Okay, so now if you go here, this has been done. Okay, now the last part of this demo, which is the, I wanted to show you to delete this. Okay, so suppose I'm go to lead. Okay, and suppose this lead I'm going to delete it. Okay, let's delete this lead. So here you can see we have received this, and what is the payload. So here you can see this is the deleted. Okay, so this lead has been deleted. Okay, so if you go there, similar way it is go lead, and this is here we have received the same lead. Okay, and this we can, so on the basis of our enterprise requirement, okay, we can able to do this. So the motive to show this demo is how the events from the ones upstream where we have taken here the Salesforce, through which we are publishing or bringing into the our event broker world. Okay. And from there it is in the our controls. Okay, how we are sending to the downstream systems. Okay, and it has the, I think the event broker has the also the so many scopes, like you can use the retry, okay, or putting into the DLQ, some kind of things we can also do. But how this event we are getting achieved by using this async API beta version which is available with the Mule. Okay, so now I think I have done completed from the my side. Okay,
I have a question.
yeah, please.
So few years ago, I worked in a project where we followed this async API pattern, design pattern. I used to listen to platform Salesforce platform events. So we had a publisher application which used to listen to Salesforce platform events and then publish the message to Anypoint MQ. And from that Anypoint MQ exchange, we had different queues connected, and we had defined subscribers as well. So subscribe defined applications is to listen to those queues, subscriber applications is to listen to those queues, and whatever you have done here similar to that, we also used to create account objects or something like that.
Right,
And also we used to send it to multiple target systems like
right,
Magento, Siteco, so all those
right,
things.
right,
Okay.
right,
So, but at that time we did not have anything like async API spec
right,
specification
right,
and this scaffolding mechanism. So,
right,
I think correct me if I'm wrong. This async API beta is actually implementing that new thing where we can
right.
define the API spec and scaffold the application using that spec, right?
Correct, correct, correct. Absolutely. So in one terms, if I will going to define, so you can say the old wine in new bottle.
Correct.
Correct. So it doesn't mean that we cannot like the, I think, see, we all have used the MOM based architecture, which is nothing but
Yeah.
middleware messaging, putting middleware messaging in between our producer and consumer. But that was not adhering your specifications. Correct. Like this is the, because we need to orchestrate or choreograph like from the how you are doing, okay, by using some of using the GS1 canonical data model, some will use the legacy data model. But this kind of the open API specification, which is the governing something, the I think the standard how this is going to restrict, validate, or it will be provide your standard like the async communications. So this,
Right.
yeah, so
But
that's the same thing. Yeah.
one thing like using this async API beta version, like can't we use different application for publisher and subscriber? Because here I can see you are using the same application to publish the message. Yes.
Yeah. You can use it. You can use it. You can use it. Here I will show you. I think in the I have already done also. You can use it. There is a no any, just to save these times. Okay. So here if you say
And
here I have used the publisher which is in the different API, right? And
okay.
here I am using the HTTP call to publish
Uh-huh.
to, okay. And here if you see like the in different one, here it is the subscriber one, okay, which is listening. So you can be able to use it, and this is the publisher which is the like getting. So all
Oh,
things you can do, no issue. Only thing is you need to configure this API, okay, API async. You can be able to achieve it by using the API led architecture. You can be able to achieve this.
right.
Right.
And just to add, like this initiative is like it is an open initiative which came up to improve the current state of event-driven architecture. So we know about API-led connectivity, right?
Yeah.
So this is something which is adding to that structure or that layer architecture where now we have async API in scope. So when initially async API came into picture with the version 2, so it was mostly for documentation where you can understand, okay, this is my event driven where I have this channels, this is how the message is coming, this is the structure. But there was no actual implementation. But now we have got an actual implementation using the Async API.
True.
Right. Great. Thanks.
Cool. Yeah, thank you. Any more questions? Like Edward have a question. It would be nice to get repository if it is not already available. So Edward, can you elaborate? Like I'm not able to understand which repository. Nope. Mm. Okay, you want that sample with you? Like you want any link where we can share that? Okay. So Rajiv, do you have any GitHub or anything where you can share that project with the team? Do you have anything?
I have. I will share. I will share with you, Abhishek.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Edward, I will share with you once I get it from Rajiv. Okay, if he is able to put it in this chat, then well and good. Otherwise, I will put that on LinkedIn, or maybe in our when I will put my post on LinkedIn, I will put it over there. Okay. Yeah, we have one more question from Arun. Yes, Arun.
Yes. So, Rajiv, like you were discussing about the CDC events, right? So my question is related to some architecture. So when we are using like CDC event for like publishing accounts or leads, right? So can we do like a bidirectional sync as part of CDC events when we are using CDC events?
Bi-directional, yes, we can able to achieve, but I think that will be also we need to break down, okay? Because what happened, the purpose of this streaming channel is the fire and forget, okay? But how the Salesforce come to know that what will be the happen with this event, correct?
Right.
Okay, so in that case, like what we can do, maybe we can use some correlation ID or integrations log ID, okay, and that we can update to the Salesforce back to some custom events, custom object event, okay, so that Salesforce can take it and relate it. Because the synchronously we cannot do it because we also don't know. Sometimes happens, okay, in the real time we did the processing. Sometimes happened the downstream is not available. Okay, so think from that perspective. Suppose a order has been created, okay, and now like Commerce Cloud, okay, so Commerce Cloud is taking care the customer orders, okay, but Commerce Cloud is not taking care the order fulfillment. Okay, so order
Right.
fulfillment is taken care by some legacy systems.
Yeah.
Okay, so what happened in that case? When the like once we are sending this order request for the fulfillment to the legacy system we need to connect with the legacy system as a event driven. Okay, some things when the notifications or any like suppose the order has delivered or dispatch or in transit, so they will notify us, okay, by using the callback or anything. Okay, so if suppose they are going to notify back to Mule, then we can send this details like success or failure back to Salesforce either by using the callback, okay, or by putting into these things into the directly into the any custom objects by using like order ID and a status like this, or we can send it to the like some others event like the some other event broker where Salesforce is listening to update it. So there are
Okay.
different mechanism we can do it. Definitely we need to do it. Otherwise, we cannot do the compensations in the case of the because enterprise at the enterprise level, if you say the n number of the systems are involved to achieve this event driven. So unless until they are not going to notify or call back, it is very difficult to mark them success or do the compensation in the case of the failure. Correct, because Salesforce says, okay, order is created, okay, but legacy system will say like the order has failed because we haven't received the payment. Correct. So how this system will be going to like in the sync unless until we are not going to tell back to the Salesforce, okay, like this system has failure. So the Commerce Cloud also mark it a failure.
Right. Yes.
So we can able to achieve it. Yes.
But you're saying it's in like an event-driven architecture, right? Like
Right.
a separate application would listen to a queue and
Right.
then update it, right?
Right.
So,
True.
okay. So my question is something like where we can just do like a synchronous call and update the Salesforce, right? Like let's say like saying that the status or the error scenarios or the error message. In that case, if you do like CDC event, would that be like a recursive call, right? So
No,
again, the
correct. I think in the Salesforce we cannot do the CDC. I think suppose once we are getting notifications about success or failure from the downstream systems, we can put into the some custom object to the Salesforce.
okay,
Custom.
not to the same object.
No, not to the same, because CDC event has a one very important thing called the replay ID. Okay, once we are putting back to, we are going to override or we are going to like break this this replay ID, because that is the incremental one, each and every event, and we cannot tell them to go to the back. Okay, so maybe we can use that replay ID order ID combination to make as a long integration log ID, and then we can send into the custom object, so that Salesforce can run their batch, okay, in the like the background to get the status update. This happened, and we have done similar kind of the things into our real implementation.
Okay, yeah. Just want to get some understanding. So we have some issues, so that's why I just want to.
Yeah. I will help you. We have done already, I think, for multiple clients this.
Okay, great. Yeah. If any issues or questions, I'll definitely reach out to you. Probably.
Yeah. Feel free to reach me. Yeah.
Sure, Arun, you can connect with him. So now let us quickly go to the last part, and then at the end we can again come up with any questions. So I will be demoing AsyncAPI and Einstein with Code Builder. So this is how the setup will look like when we import the implementation with Code Builder for AsyncAPI, and this is for Einstein. I will show that up. So for Einstein, we need to install a package which is Einstein for developer. Okay. Now this is how your platform looks like, where this is Code Builder. So as Rajiv already mentioned, so when you do that, so you see an option over here. Okay. So you can have the cloud IDE, you can launch that, or you can have your desktop one. This is where you will get the option for Einstein and AsyncAPI beta. So to start to start AsyncAPI with your Studio or Code Builder, you need to get started over here. You need to join beta first. Then only you will get that access. Second, for Einstein, you need to get started, like your admin will see these options. So you need to mark get started and make sure your org have the license for Einstein AI. This is not free. You need to have a separate license for that. Okay. So once you do that, you will have that option. So this is my AsyncAPI beta. So again, a small code I have written with YAML, where I have all specified. I have channel, create order, and create order list, where create order is a publish. So that will publish the message in my application, and a subscribe, where I will send the data to my queue. So I'm using Anypoint MQ for the demo. You need to provide the URL to connect with the Anypoint MQ. I will also show how you create Anypoint MQ. You will see the document, whatever we have written, everything came over here. The structure which I have defined, I have used a pattern to validate email. So if we are sending an email which is wrong, it will give us error. So this is the message, and I have built the message over here, like order ID, name, customer name, email. My email is wrong. I don't have a correct pattern. So we will see what will happen with the validation. This is my queue. To create queue, you need to have access for Anypoint MQ. Again, this is a licensed product. You won't get it in your trial account. You need to get the license for this. To create queue, go to the MQ tab. You can create queues over here. From here, you can select different reasons. So it is MQs are multi-tenant. So you can see different options. For reason, I have used Ohio. You get the URL from here, what we have defined. Like you need to have a URL. We'll get the URL from that. And you need to have a client app, a client ID and secret in order to connect with your MQs. Okay. So now going to the specification, just click on implementation. You will get this option. Put a location where you want to create your application, give a name. And I have connected with my Anypoint platform. So I'm getting it from my Exchange. I will just add asset and I will create. Okay. So what it will do is it will scaffold everything for me. Similarly, what we have seen in Studio, we will have a global configuration. we'll have a property file. Okay, everything will have where we need to make that configuration. But unlike Studio, what we can see as a UI, here we will see the stuffs in as a XML code mostly. Okay, so this is getting scaffold. It will just take a few minutes for that. Okay, you can see this came over here. It will create the snippet, the XML snippet, and the flow part. So you will see there are some options. So I already have Einstein, so I am able to see an Einstein option. This is to deploy your code on the cloud. This is the canvas. So this canvas, what is getting created now, suppose if by chance you have closed your canvas, so you can use this option. Now suppose I will close this, I'll use this option and the canvas will come. If you close your XML, you have this option. Okay, so that will open up your XML. Okay. Global config, this is my global config. Now you see I have got the Anypoint configuration part where I need to provide a client ID, client secret, and the URL. So I need to provide the URL at present. I have not provided. And this is the API kit async. Okay, so a new thing has been added with async APIs. We know API kit router for RAML. We have API kit for async now. Okay, now we have seen the global config. So this is my flow created. This is my listener. This is loading. You can see the server. You will see the channel name as well. So in our channel, we have defined publish as create order. So for publish or for listener, I will see only create order. But when I do the publish connector over there, like the subscribe, I will see create order list over there. Okay, let me close this. Fine. So see the configuration came. I can see the create order. Okay. Now let us set up the configuration for Anypoint MQ in the global config. Let us give what it want. Before that, this is the resource where I have the property. So from this, the property is coming. This in my global config, the client ID and client secret. So let first put the URL. Okay, I will remove this. I'll go to my MQ. I will copy the Mule 4 version and I will put the URL here. Okay, not copied. Let me do it again. Now it's copied and I will put it. Okay, so I have put my URL. Now let me put my client ID and client secret as well. So I'll go here to create. Just I need to give a name and this will get created. I'll copy this. I'll put my client ID. I'll copy my secret. I'll do that. I'll save it. I'll close it. Okay, so my basic configuration is done. Now I'll put a publish part over here. So this is my publish. I'll configure this. Okay, if you want to do any kind of change to the payload, you can do that. Okay, API config. This is loading. So I have a logger which will just put the payload. Okay, if I am doing a correct input, the payload will be represented in my console. If not, I will see the error, like why it has been errored out. So I have done my configuration. This is done. I will save my project and now I will debug this. Okay, so I will go to this. I'll click on debug. To put the toggle point, this is, see, you can see a red mark. You can put your toggle point wherever you want if you want to debug. If simple, you don't want to debug, you want to run it, don't put anything. And this will start. Okay, meanwhile it is starting. Let me get you the queues. So we have two queues. One is create order. Okay, this is where we will send our input, and create order list where automatically the message will come when it is a success. Okay, to put the data manually in queue, open the queue, message send, and there are three options: text, CSV, or JSON. So anything apart from JSON and CSV is treated as text. So we will have our JSON. This is my JSON input. I will put this, but let's say it is started. Yes, this is started successfully. So this is deployed. I'll copy this Okay, this is right. I will copy this. Now make sure again we have a wrong email and we have a validation. So I'll put my input, create success. And now you see there is an error saying that email string this doesn't match with the pattern because this required at the rate, a proper configuration of email. Okay. If we go back and if we see the message, there is no message and there is no message in this because this haven't flowed. The message has been lost because there is an error and we are not doing any error handling. So we are not seeing any message. Now let's make this right. Copy this and put it to the post again. Now message send. Now you see you can able to see the payload. Okay, so it has flown through this, went up to this, and this it has published. Now let's go back and see if the message came through or not. So there should be one message. Yes, there is one message. Now we'll see if this is the correct message what we have sent. See, this is our message. Mule, email, product type, quantity, everything. Right? So this is how you configure your Anypoint MQ with your Anypoint code builder async. The same way you can do it for your studio as well. Okay. So just I wanted to show an implementation how we do with our code builder as well. So I will stop this. Any question on this? Anyone, any question? Are we good? Cool. We can take the question later.
Why
again.
Einstein? Why
Sorry?
the name is Einstein?
Because that's the name from Salesforce, Einstein AI. That's what they have started with, their own generative AI tool with Salesforce.
Okay.
Okay. Now we'll see Einstein AI. As I said, like we need to enable that. Okay. So Einstein AI. So the way we are developing our applications, right? So I will take a name again. I will choose an empty project. So there are two ways of creating your application from scratch. Either you create your own flows or subflows, okay, or you use Einstein to create that for you, and then later on you can do your changes. So now in this part you can see, okay, D haven't printed, but a demo, okay. So we will see two options. One is the Einstein option and one is the normal manual way how we create that. And I will be showing you the Einstein part. The same can be used for your normal. So see, start with AI or start with Scratch. So either you create from scratch where you create a flow or subflow. You just click any one of them and a palette will come up, and here you you will see what flows you have. You can add your components, you can do stuffs, or you use the AI part where you command the AI, you prompt the AI to do things for you, and it will create the XML as well as the flows for you with that XML. So I will use the Einstein AI part. So make sure you have that with your org. So this prompt will come up. It will check whether you are logged in with your platform or not. And once you do that, you see this prompt, okay? Now I will type over here what I want. So I will say, create a Einstein underscore flow which receive data from HTTP in JSON, convert that to CSV, or let me provide what JSON, in JSON as say ID, okay, 1, and name as max, convert the payload to CSV where map ID with or ID to test ID and name to test name. And this is thinking of the XML, and this will give me an XML. which either I can copy over here or I can insert directly. There will be an option. Okay, so see, this has created me an output. Okay, now I can insert it. Once I insert it, I will see a flow will be created over here. Okay, see, so I have not manually created or used any component. Directly I have just put it. Okay, so this is going to take a input as a JSON from HTTP. Okay, this is my HTTP. I can put my configuration whatever I want. It has also created me a path. This is my transform message. Okay, this is what it has written for me, what it has understood. Okay, it has also mapped it. Okay, so it is taking that as an array, we can say. Okay, now if we want to change, like, okay, if I say no, this is not what I want to change it, again you put it over here. Okay, change my transformation to this, and this will create a transform message for you and it will put it over here. Okay, you can make modification, but instead of doing manually putting one by one connector and doing your stuff, we have used the Einstein capability to create the flows for us and use that to create our flows. Okay, if there are multiple flows, you can see it over here or you can see it from this. To use the listener config, just put http listener config. You got your host port and that you can configure over here. Again, similarly what Shyam showed, we have an advanced part, we have an input part, attributes, payload, variable, any nodes if you want to put, you can put that. Okay, so this is what the feature we get with the Einstein, which at present I don't think we have in studio. We have only with the code builder, which make our life little easy to put the stuff directly with the prompt, and that will provide us a complete flow. Okay, so that's pretty much with the Einstein part and async API in code builder. Now we are open up with taking any questions or any discussions we want.